ChatGPT writes your report. Gemini digests the 20-page article you never read. Grammarly rewrites your emails. By lunchtime, half of your work is done and your brain hasn't even switched on. AI is working, but you aren't. AI is doing its job, but your brain is on pause. And here's the scary part. What if all this convenience is quietly making us mentally weaker? See, technology was supposed to make our lives easier, and it definitely has. But somewhere along the way, a new problem has started to creep in. The problem is we are depending on AI so much for our heavy thinking that we are just forgetting how to think ourselves. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading. It means letting the machine carry your mental weight rather than your own brain carrying it. And so, the bigger question, are we becoming smarter with AI? Or are we just turning into robots quietly who can't even think? Well, today let me walk you through two fascinating experiments that reveal what actually happens when you truly rely on AI. And then of course, let's connect the dots. Experiment number 1. Is AI reducing our ability to think? At MIT Media Lab in 2025, Dr. Natalia and her team wanted to test a provocative question. If AI helps us think, does our brain slowly stop trying? And here's what they did. They invited participants and gave them a very small and easy task, that is to write a short essay. But there was a twist. Everyone was divided into 3 major groups. Group 1 had to write the essay entirely on their own, without any support. Group 2 was allowed to use Google. And Group 3 got to use ChatGPT as their assistant. And to capture brain activity, every participant wore an EEG headset so that researchers, they could literally watch their brain activity in real time. And you know what? The results were absolutely shocking. The group where they were not allowed to use AI or Google, their brain was buzzing the most. Highest neural activity was recorded. Group 2, the Google group, their brain was still active but slightly less engaged. And Group 3, the ChatGPT group, the thinking centers were almost silent. It was simply like the brain just gave up its control. It literally showed negligible brain activity for Group 3 members. But wait, it didn't just stop there. Later, when participants were asked to recall what they had actually written in their essay, guess what? Group 3, the one who used AI, they could barely remember it all because they never thought themselves about their topic. The brain never processed that information. And because the processing did not happen, the brain did not remember anything. AI did all that heavy thinking instead of the brain doing the heavy thinking. MIT team called this cognitive debt. They say, you finished the task, that's great. But the strange thing is, your brain never got the work out. Now quickly let's move to the second experiment. You see, thinking is just one side of the story. But what about the judgment or the confidence? Are humans losing confidence just because they are not thinking enough and that AI is doing that heavy thinking? This experiment was conducted by researchers from Carnegie Mellon University and Microsoft. They wanted to explore a very powerful question. If people use AI for decision making, do they slowly lose confidence in their own judgment? See, this is a real world life question, and researchers were very picky of how and where to conduct this real world life situation experiment. They chose not to conduct this experiment in the lab, rather just went into the world, and they gathered 300 plus professionals, engineers, analysts, data scientists, consultants, product managers, and whatnot. And then they did a short survey. Each person was recorded with the following questions: what tasks they used AI for, how often they used it, whether they double-checked AI's answers, and how confident they felt with or without AI. So in total, they collected 936 real-world examples, but the pattern was undeniable. Those who trusted AI blindly, simply accepting what it said, showed a decline in critical thinking and reduced confidence in themselves. And those who kept a healthy skepticism, questioning and verifying, maintained their sharpness and self-confidence. Some even admitted that after a while, they just stopped questioning AI completely because it's almost always right. And that's the real danger. The problem is not that AI is replacing our judgment. The problem is that we are giving up too quickly, too easily on our own judgment. And if this happens continuously, we might just lose confidence on our own mental ability. And that's scary. So now let's just put these two findings from two experiments and try to make the story clearer. In experiment 1, AI did the heavy thinking and brain sat idle. The brain did not think for group 3 members, it just sat idle. And because it didn't think of that topic, it didn't even process that information. And because it did not process that information, it's ineligible to make a decision about that particular topic. And that leads to decline in critical thinking and decision making. Similarly, in experiment 2, AI made the decisions, not you. Simple thing, it's hard to gain confidence on something that's not processed by you, something that's not decided by you. The decision, the processing of information, everything is outsourced right now. And if someone asks, why did you make this decision? You cannot justify, because you do not have that background research. And this is the point when you start trusting AI more than yourself. But before concluding, there are some positive outlook towards AI as well. Not everyone believes AI is making us mentally weaker. Some experts argue the exact opposite. And that's surprisingly powerful. Take Nicole Bradford, one of the leading voices in human technology integration. Her view is simple but thought-provoking. AI isn't here to replace human intelligence. It's here to unlock it. Her argument goes like this. Number 1, much of the thinking we do every day isn't creative or strategic. It's repetitive mental labor. For example, writing generic emails, summarizing long documents, extracting basic data, and so on. Number 2, when AI takes over these rote, mechanical tasks, our brain is no longer trapped inside busy work. Number 3, and that frees up mental space for what humans do best, that is, asking deeper questions, connecting unusual ideas, exploring new possibilities, and being curious. In our words, AI won't kill creativity unless you trade your curiosity for convenience. And what she means by this statement, let's understand it. She means if you use your time effectively, for whatever the time that AI saved, for example, to think deeper, to engage better, to engage in better activities, to imagine, and then AI proves to be a multiplier for human intelligence. But on the other hand, if you use that saved time to mindlessly scroll or stop engaging in critical or deep activities, then definitely it's quietly blunting your mental muscle. And with this understanding, just want to leave with a simple note. AI won't make you dumb, but passive use of AI will. If you actively use it, it becomes a multiplier. But if you blindly use it, it becomes a trap. And that's the whole key message. Hope you had a great learning today. See you in the next video. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Bye-bye.